Investing in a Fife buy-to-let property has become a very different sport in the last few years. In the glory days of the 5 years after the turn of the millennium, where we had double-digit house price growth, mortgage companies, notably Northern Rock and Bank of Scotland, were desperate to get on the buy-to-let bandwagon, with rates so low it would make the belly of a snake seem high, and an open-mindedness to give loans away with not so much more than a note from your mum, and with hardly any regulatory intervention. Anyone could make money from investing in property. In fact, it was easier to make money than fall off a log. Then we had the unexpected flourish of the property market, with the post-credit crunch jump in the property market after 2010, when everything seemed rosy in the garden. Yet, over the past 5 years, the thumbscrews on the buy-to-let market for British and Fife investors have slowly turned, with barriers and challenges for buy-to-let investors. With the change in taxation rules, on mortgage relief starting to bite, plus a swathe of new rules and regulations for landlords and mortgage companies, it cannot be denied that some Fife landlords are leaving the buy-to-let sector, whilst others are putting a pause on their portfolio expansion. With the London-centric newspapers talking about massive reductions in house prices, mainly in Mayfair and prime London and not little old Fife, together with the red tape that Westminster keeps adding to the burden of landlords' profit, it's no wonder it appears to be doom and gloom for Fife landlords. Or is it? One shouldn't always believe what one reads in a newspaper. It's true, investing in Fife buy-to-let property market has become a very different ballgame in the last 5 years. Thanks to all the changes, a few are panicking and selling up. Fife landlords can no longer presume to buy property, sit on it and automatically make a profit. Fife landlords need to see their buy-to-let investment in these tremulous times in a different light. Before, landlords sell up and because values are not growing beyond expectation. Let's not forget that properties produce income in the form of rent and yield. The focus of a Fife buy-to-let property in these times should be to maximising your rent and not being preoccupied with just the house price growth. Rents in the Fife private rental sector have increased by 1.96% in the last 12 months. And looking at the last few years, it can be seen that there are still modest margins to increase rents to maximise your investment. And it can be seen some Fife landlords have already caught on. Yet still protect your tenants by keeping rents below those real spending power terms of the 2008 levels. Buy-to-let must be seen as a medium to long-term investment. Rents in Fife are 10.28% higher than they were 3 years ago, and property values are 11.04% higher than January 2016. For the long term, even with the barriers and challenges that the government is putting in our way, the future couldn't be brighter if you know what you are doing. Investment is the key word here. In the old days, anything with a front door and a roof made money. Yet now it doesn't. Tenants will pay top dollar for the right property, but in the right condition. Do you know where the hotspots in Fife are? Whether demand is greater for 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms? Whether town centre terraced houses offer better return on investment than suburban semis? With all the regulations, many Fife landlords are employing Fife Properties to guide them, and not only by managing their properties, but taking on the worries of the property maintenance and the care of the property and their tenants, and also advising them of the future of their portfolio. Rents in Fife since 2008 have not kept up with inflation. It is cheaper today in real terms than it was 11 years ago, and some landlords are beginning to realise that fact with our help. For further advice and information, I have provided the Fife Properties blog link in the post above, which will give you this article and other helpful articles. And also, if you are a Fife landlord and would like to discuss your options, you can book a free initial consultation with Fife Properties, and I've also provided a link in the post to this. Please feel free to subscribe, share and like this post with others. Until next time, I'm Richard Cook, this is Fife Properties TV.